Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family, and today I'll be talking about what Harry is planning as opposed to what his wife has planned. The Harkle show continues, and it's very much giving a feeling of déjà vu, because there's the same scenario of will he, won't he, regarding Harry talking about coming back to the UK, and will Meghan or won't she, and will she bring the children or won't she bring the children. We've had this going on for years. And a similar thing is in the headlines now. I can tell you things that won't be happening, and that is Meghan won't be reaching out to Catherine and becoming close friends again, which they never ever were anyway, except in Meghan's head. William will not be reaching out to his brother, as he will never trust him again. Meghan is said to be putting a hold on her projects, but it's not because she's trying to hold back out of respect for Catherine's situation, but it's because she has no clue of what she's doing and cannot risk any more failures. And she's been told this and maybe is listening for once, although we know it's all for show. And it's about as real as the children she is threatening to bring over to the UK. Same old story whereby they've been challenged or rather invited to bring them over, and Harry is using it to try and get money for security next. It's also been said that they have been given some money just to shut them up for a while. But far from shutting them up, it's given them a sense of even more entitlement and opportunist way of thinking, whereby Harry seems to be under instructions to get over here to the UK as quickly as possible, while the money seems to be flowing from his father and to try and get some more. I'm also hearing that King Charles is said to be giving Harry and Meghan a blanket invite for everything, knowing that they won't come, or rather hoping, and knowing that it means that they can't say they were never invited to anything family-related. Also, the challenge as regards bringing the children over is increasing. There is even more pressure on Harry and Meghan to turn up with the children. They cannot say that they're too young now to travel. They have no real valid excuse not to bring them, and to bring them in public, to have them just as much in the public as Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis are. So I think it's impossible that that will happen. How would they do this? Things are also getting very heated up for Harry regarding his US visa and the alleged substance use. A verdict is very close right now, and his application has been handed over to a federal judge to determine whether he actually lied about his substance use during his application for his visa. For some reason, he thought that bragging about his usage in his book Spare wouldn't go any further, but it has come back to bite him. The irony, years later, is that the DHS has always claimed that it cannot publicly release Harry's visa records because that would breach his privacy. But it doesn't change the fact that he could be sent back to the UK if it's proved that he knowingly lied during his application. Let's also not forget that he was in a self-appointed ambassadorial role representing the British royal family on a sort of diplomat passport, which makes it even worse. So I've been hearing that Meghan wants Harry out of the way, but not for too long, just enough time for her to do her thing, but not enough time for him to get too used to not being with her and under the control. Not enough time for him to forget the mother-son type commands and control that she has over him. She has to keep that going. So, if the judge does find Harry guilty of lying, then the UK could see him back here for good. And would Meghan join him? She is terrified of returning to the UK because of the reception that she feels she would get from the general public. So something has to give. She's tried everything, they both have, to make their name and to make money, and none of it has worked. The one thing that she should have tried was being a duchess. It was there, laid on a silver platter for her. She could have made that work, and things could have been very different. But I believe that it was all planned from the beginning, even before the beginning. And we're watching all of this play out, and they seem to be the main characters in this at the moment, and taking the attention away from others. Marcus Anderson has been mentioned more lately in the news, and his relationship with Meghan and his purpose in their relationship. most of us have our own thoughts on his role in all of this, and all the connections are starting to be revealed. Meghan's connection with Prince Andrew is starting to be talked about, and a few of you have said to me, what about King Charles? What about his relationship, his previous relationship with the late Jimmy Savile? I did a video on that. That has been talked about. It will be brought up again, I'm sure. But the focus at the moment is Harry and Meghan, not the others. Harry is also running out of true friends. He has a couple of friends who would probably see him again, but the majority of them have distanced themselves. And Meghan doesn't appear to have any friends left in the UK. She ended any possibility of a good friendship with the Beckhams. Victoria was really sweet to Meghan and was treated so badly by her. All of her aides left one by one. She got through so much staff. I think it was 13 at one point, in a very short space of time. And the same with so-called nannies. It seems that for the right amount of money, or publicity maybe, there are some people that will stay and appear as a friend to them both, but the majority no longer want to be associated with them. And even the person we thought would stay with Meghan through thick and thin, Jessica Mulroney, has made comments and dropped hints about how she is very much not a part of Meghan's life anymore. And more former friends are speaking out about their real thoughts on who Meghan is and what she does. So the newspapers are flogging this horse to death. I think there are very few that actually enjoy reading about them anymore. So they're going to have to come up with something else. Either something else from Meghan's past or Harry's past that will justify people's despairing of them, or find something to do with the other royals that will then give justification to Harry and Meghan for leaving the royal family. So it's either one or the other. We get the news that feeds Harry and Meghan fans, or we get the news that justifies our disapproval of them. The papers are getting braver now about questioning the existence of the children. So that's quite a thing now. Rather than make any new videos, you can look back through some of my old ones. I have a new series whereby I've brought up some of my archives and talked about them in connection to what's going on today. So take a look at those, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.